Joe Souza once again here on the WC, and talk about an international incident. Gentleman George Michael has an open contract, and my guest at this time flew all the way in from Ireland, Ciaran Gallagher. Ciaran, welcome to the WC.
Thank you. I'm here tonight, all the way from Ireland, to put Gentleman George Michael in his place. I hear he's a Brit, and you know the history between Ireland and Britain. I'm going to defeat Gentleman George Michael in front of all the American fans and put on one hell of a show.
Welcome back, wrestling fans, to Portland for another exciting matchup here at the WCWC. Gentleman George Michael taking on international superstar Ciaran Gallagher.
Ooh, you know something, Jay? I gotta tell you, I saw Ciaran Gallagher in the back before the show. I talked to him a little bit. I got a little bit of a sample of his life story. And I gotta tell you, Jay, this match here is gonna be a shark feeding.
A shark? Is he really that big? I haven't actually met him yet.
No, you misunderstood me, Jay. Ciaran Gallagher is not the shark in this match. I'm talking about the 8-time WCWC heavyweight champion, Gentleman George Michael. He is going to tear this kid apart.
Well, that has left to be seen. We'll find out more here in just a few minutes.
Look at this.
I already know.
Look at this.
The George Cam. What kind of...
Gentleman,
Come on.
Gentleman George has commandeered the roving cam here tonight, and for one brief moment, it's the
Fans
George
They
cam.
don't even want to smell his British breath. You see that, Z-Man?
They just don't want to be seen on camera because they break the lens. But here you see now, Gentleman George, look at this. I didn't know he was a cameraman.
Well, he has the George Cam, of course, and there's Jeff, the ref man.
Speaking of breaking the lens, don't point the camera at that face. Face for radio, let me tell you.
Anyway,
turn around. There
see,
you go.
now you want to talk about sour faces. There's one right there that, I mean, it just looks like he ate a bite of Grandma's old potato salad from 3 weeks ago. Let's hear what he has to say.
That's God's honest truth, Jay.
I don't believe that.
People
for a
pay
second.
money to see Gentleman George.
People pay money to see Gentleman George get his mouth shut.
I told you that my good friend and ex-general manager J.T. Allen had signed the match for me tonight. Thank God the fans so you could...
Oh, J.T. Allen has to do with this?
You know what? J.T. Allen made the open contract, and it apparently got filled.
For some reason, this just became very suspicious to me, Z-Man.
So I'm very, very proud and pleasure to bring out this blood idiot that I'm going to fight and trash all over this ring. Bring him out, kid.
Little international incident here. It's going to be Ireland versus the UK.
Well, we definitely, you know, as Karen said earlier, we know the history between Ireland and the UK. Let's hope that tonight, this Irish brute brings the fight.
We know something, Jay. The fans, I'm sure, are excited to see Ciaran Gallagher fight here. I'm sure they would love to see this Irishman beat Gentleman George Michael up. But I mean, okay, I have to stop right here.
Hold on a minute.
Look at this.
Wait, we got a fan in the ring.
No, it's not. It's no fan, Jay.
What is that?
That's Ciaran Gallagher.
Oh my God!
I mean, come on, Jay. I mean, you heard the story of Ciaran Gallagher. I mean, listen.
This is set up by J.T. Allen.
Let me tell you something.
You know what? I'm not going to discredit it until I see it. I hope this kid has a lot of heart and a lot of fight because he flew a long way to kick some British butt, and we're going to find out if he can do it right here.
Now, I went on YouTube the other day before this match I was going to start, and I decided to do some research on Ciaran Gallagher.
Oh, look at that. A blatant slap. See, already disrespecting this young kid.
And here's what I found about Ciaran Gallagher. At the age of 12, he suffered a debilitating stroke. He nearly died, Jay. He had to learn...
Oh, look at that. He's fighting back. You can say what he wants. Stroke, this, that. It doesn't matter. Look at this kid right now.
Exactly.
Irish whip, into the ropes.
But look at that. Gentleman George, because he's an able-bodied person, was able to stop that. But here's the thing. He had to learn how to walk, how to talk again. And then he made the brilliant idea to try and become a wrestler. And amazingly, the trainer let him in, And
What do you mean amazingly? There's guys like Zach Gowen out there that have debilitating problems with, that are physical, that are out there doing it on a high level, such as WWE.
But look at, you're right about that. And we could be seeing the next generation of Zach Gowen right here. But look at this. As you can see, his right arm is atrophied. He has no use of it. He was able to put a headlock on Gentleman George, and he actually hit him with a couple of clotheslines and elbows.
And look at that.
And here you
Those
see.
are hard punches, too. He's Irish. I know they've got to be hard punches.
And look at this, though.
Look at
Oh!
Oh, shoulder tackle by Gentleman George Michael, just being very aggressive in this match here. Ciaran Gallagher, though, don't take a thing away from this kid. He's getting back up and asking for more. Look at it.
Look at
And
this.
George Michael just overshot him.
Ducks the clothesline, did Ciaran Gallagher, and Michael threw himself out of the ring.
I can't, just the momentum of how big George is just took him right over that top rope.
You know
And
what?
out to the floor.
When you're young, like Ciaran Gallagher, you haven't had that many matches under your belt, and you're against a man as experienced and as much of a veteran as Gentleman George Michael, you have to be...
Did you see he was teasing the plancha there for a second? I thought for a second we were going to get a plancha.
That would be amazing, but be that as it may, right now, I mean, if you're Ciaran Gallagher, you have to basically outwit Gentleman George
look at
at
this.
every possible turn.
Clubbing blows. Clubbing blows.
I mean, you better believe his one good arm better be a strong one.
Come on, don't talk about that, Z-Man. You're taking away from him what has already been taken away from him by God.
But here you go now, Ciaran Gallagher. Look at this. Able to stop the whip. But, oh, look at that, Jay. I mean, that's the thing. Gentleman George, I mean, I told
It's
you...
ridiculous. At this point, you know what? You can say whatever you want, Z-Man. He just needs to pin him and stop this atrocity. You know what? Jeff Manning, say what you want about the neck, but I really do feel that George Michael really just needs to go ahead and take him out.
Exactly. I mean, put him out of his misery. Ciaran Gallagher is a sitting duck here against Gentleman George. I don't know what Ciaran Gallagher was trying to prove in filling out this open contract against Gentleman George. I mean, he knew going in what the score was. He knew Gentleman George's credentials. And I told you at the beginning of the match, Jay, this is a shark feeding. Gentleman George is an able-bodied veteran wrestler.
This was set up by JT Allen.
I don't think so. I think Ciaran Gallagher just wanted something to prove here in the great US of A. And look at that. Wow, what a shocker.
Why did they pick International Field to end a European war? It doesn't make any sense to me.
But look at that.
Something's fishy.
I got to give it to Ciaran Gallagher. He just knocked Gentleman George right in his back with that forearm. I mean, he's taking it to him. But, I mean...
Right to the eyes. Come on. You know what? Jeff Manning just needs to go ahead and call the bell. This is, at this point, I mean, come on. He's just throwing him around like a rag doll.
That's true, Jay. I'm not going to argue with that. I mean, I told you, it's been a one-sided affair this whole match. Gentleman George is just taking it to Ciaran Gallagher. I mean, if I'm not
choking him. Damn.
Wow, I mean, Gentleman George Michael's getting some kind of sick pleasure out of this, and it's quite a sight to behold, Jay. I mean, the fans are stunned. I mean, they're basically seeing a legalized beating here.
That's what I'm saying. The kid is, and take nothing, like I said earlier, his abilities and the fact that he's mentally able to get in here and get in this ring and do what he's doing, that's awesome. But you know what?
Oh!
See, George at this point is just playing around with him. It's like a puppy chasing a car. There's nothing that he's going to be able to do with George Michael at this point once he does get him.
Look at this, though. I mean, Ciaran Gallagher, look, he's getting up. And this kid's got some kind of heart. I mean,
look at this. Look at these hitting him right in the bread basket there. George Michael. Now, looks like he's actually getting a nice offense. Wow, I can't believe this. He's fighting back.
Chops.
Chop after chop after chop. Look at this.
Wow, I mean, Ciaran Gallagher.
Oh, my God. He must have gotten 10 chops in there. And now he's got him into the back corner, and he's throwing him out. Reversal by George Michael. Oh.
And look at that. I mean, Ciaran Gallagher going for the Irish whip. But the thing is, you need great upper body strength in order to be able to pull something like that off. He doesn't have that. And so what you have right now, Gentleman George is able to take advantage of it. And look at this.
Suplex.
A suplex here.
He's up and up.
Look at that. Almost a brain buster. I mean, he had a hard time getting the full rotation.
He's going to take this kid's back out, too. This isn't right. This isn't right.
You know what?
And look at this. And, the patented knee to the head.
If beating up a handicapped kid in the ring is wrong, I don't want to be right, Jay. But here you have now Ciaran Gallagher. Oh, look at this. He kicked out.
I don't even know where this is coming from. But you know what? JT Allen obviously he underestimated the heart of Ciaran Gallagher. and who he was actually signing Gentleman George up to wrestle. You know, he's actually sitting in there and going toe-to-toe with him. I can't take anything at all away from this kid.
I mean, JT Allen, on one of his last acts as GM before being unceremoniously fired in that tag team match a couple of months ago, must have been a gift to Gentleman George to make this match. But, I mean...
George enjoys it. He's sick. He's sick. He's absolutely sick.
Could we be seeing this gift, this quote easy win backfire? I mean, if Ciaran Gallagher can take this kind of beating,
he hasn't gotten any sort of offense in on him at all. Not even one move yet.
He's got some clotheslines, Jay. I mean,
are we going for a superplex?
Oh,
couldn't get the legs over the top there. What is this?
Oh no! I mean, if George hits this superplex, then you can call this match over.
Oh, it's already
a big Ciaran-shaped hole in the ring at this point. Wait, look at this.
Oh, Ciaran fighting back. Clubbing forearm blows.
Wait a minute.
Oh, tornado DDT! Tornado DDT into the middle of the ring. George Michael, cover him.
What?
Cover him.
No.
1,
Oh, yeah,
2. Come on, kid. Come on, kid. Oh, damn it.
Whoa.
Damn it.
That was a real nail biter there, Jay. We almost saw the upset of the millennium.
I thought for sure that was 3. I've never seen George Michael take a tornado DDT like that.
No, I can't believe Ciaran Gallagher was able to pull that off. But look at that, thumb to the eye.
Typical style of George Michael. You know, this is what I was talking about. It's faction. And finally, he's going to hit him with the dang pedigree.
Here comes the Royal Flush.
Oh, the Royal Flush.
The Royal Flush.
Call what you want. 2 and 3, it's academic at this point. Jeff, the ref Manning, who let this go on, in my opinion, too damn long, finally gets the 3 count there. Ciaran Gallagher, the poor handicapped individual who came all the way. Come on, it was a slap in the face enough that he flew 20 hours on coach all the way over here from Ireland and only got half of a Coke.
That's just, it's almost sickening for what Gentleman George did in the ring to Ciaran Gallagher. But what you have now, look at this, Gentleman George, he's doing something in the crowd. He's
getting out quickly before the police show up. He just beat up a kid.
Wait a minute.
What is this? Oh, come on. A little more class than that, George.
You gotta be kidding me.
You're sick.
He brought a wheelchair. Hey,
do you actually enjoy this, Z-Man?
Do you think it's Karen's wheelchair, Jay? You think that's the one he came out of the plane on?
Oh, come on now. Come on.
Look at this. George says he's helping him out.
Enough already.
Hey, you know what? After beating a guy as savagely as Gentleman George did, I would want to help him out too.
The kid looks like he's had some sort of something's like a car's hit him or something. Look at this. George Michael is disgusting, and he continues to beat him, just ravaged beatings.
If Jeff Manning had any ounce of compassion, he would try and break the match up. But look at this. He would try and separate him, but he's just sitting idly by and watching.
Oh, to the outside.
He's watching Gentleman George
outside.
Tossing Ciaran out. It looks like he's gonna
almost caught up his arm there in the rope.
Oh, look at this. He's throwing him in the wheelchair. He's gonna wheel him out of here, Jay.
What is he doing?
He's gonna wheel him out of here. He's gonna take him back.
What kind of a point is he proving?
He's gonna take him back to the airport in his gear, and he's gonna just wheel him into the plane and get him out of America.
Oh, come on. You think the British won the war? The Redcoats win?
Oh, wait
is that
a minute.
What you're thinking?
Look at this, Jay.
What?
Look at this.
No, that's a mallet.
The mallet. The mallet.
Damn it.
Look at this. I can't believe this. Talk about a
This
snuff.
kid might need the wheelchair. It's a good thing, maybe. He's trying to wheel out. You see? And it's like a short power bomb on concrete.
Look at it. It's like a snuff film. Gentleman George is really taking it to Ciaran Gallagher right now.
I can't believe that. The kid's gonna. He's basically made him an invalid at this point. That is disgusting. I hope Gentleman George Michael and JT Allen enjoyed themselves tonight.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. Did Jeff Manning?
Finally.
He stole the mallet from George. He can't do that.
Well, you can only take so much, Z-Man.
I can't believe it. Jeff Manning, he really inserted himself too far this time, taking the mallet away from Gentleman George, the 8-time WC champion. You can't do that to him.
You know the blood between these two just as well as I do, Brian. And right now, see, Gentleman George knows. He knows.
You don't try and fight face to face with someone with a mallet. Jeff Manning, he's no athlete, but anyone can throw a mallet or swing a mallet and make it hurt. But here you have now, Jeff Manning manages to chase Gentleman George out of the ring.
What's he saying here?
Wait a minute. And look at this. Security, finally. God, what are they paying these kids to get security involved? Gentleman George, you got something to say.
You men, you've got yourself involved in my business for the bloody last time.
He had to, George.
No, that's
Get away from Joan. My God.
Very cryptic words by Gentleman George Michael. It's not over yet between these two. And look at this, now the security taking care of Ciaran Gallagher.
Let's get some medical out here to check on Ciaran Gallagher. We're going to be right back.